We're officially back. We are officially back into the new game. Alrighty. But yeah. It's time. It is very much time. I feel good about bringing this back. So, yeah, Season 3. Year 3, if you want to call it that. Either way. Yeah. It's going to be good. I have a lot of stuff planned. And I hope that that everything can be the way I hope it is. I don't know, it's still a bit rough around the edges. So it's hard to 100% guarantee that it's going to be a good show. All I can say is that I'm excited for what's going to come of it. Will I probably have to pivot ideas? Yes. That's part of what I do here. So it should be a grand old time. But a lot of stuff has changed. Obviously, the draft a few weeks back, we know who's in the roster. So right now it's just about building to Backlash. So I'm a bit rusty, but let's start this show off right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ECW!
Making his way to the ring from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, Carmelo Hayes.
Welcome to ECW. My name is Scott Silver, and welcome to Season 3, Year 3 of ECW. And we are coming off with all stripes. We are coming to you firing on all cylinders. We are starting off Season 3 with a fatal 4-way elimination match to determine the number one contender for Johnny Gargano's television championship. And we start with the Iron Man of last season, him, Carmelo Hayes. Well, let's see who will be joining him to open up this season with a bang. Carmelo Hayes was called the Iron Man for a very good reason, put on amazing matches no matter who he was in the ring with. Even if it's this man, the megastar, Mr. L.A. Knight. Yeah!
From Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 240 pounds,
L.A. Knight coming in again. Another superstar from last year who had a very good showing of matches. When it came to last year, his most notable accolade was being able to pin the world champion at the time, Bajai Phillips. But can he shoot himself up to a possible number one contendership position in the first episode of Season 3? Let's find out. As we know, we start to come to respect the new stage design. Those LED TVs on the ramps have now been installed. Going back to a little bit more of a simplistic design. Nothing wrong with that for ECW. Who else is coming out here? The sirens are sounding. The dogs are barking. Representing the legendary Steiner family, it is Bron Breakker. A man who has quite literally taken over the entire faction that he used to reside in and now has made it a solo gig. He is no longer a part of the Vision. He simply sees himself as the Vision of professional wrestling. But can he hold on to it in this match? The fire showing that he means business. Well, we're missing one more to kick off ECW correctly. Who is it gonna be? Seems like the darkness has come out to play tonight. A former NXT champion, former AEW Trios champion. The man shrouded in darkness, Aleister Black, has risen for tonight. Aleister Black, one of the most vicious striking contestants that I've ever seen step foot into a wrestling ring. With an MMA background, he knows a thing or two about inflicting pain. Of course, Black Mass can come out of seamlessly nowhere. We've seen a few people use variants of them, but none can replicate the master. If he hits a Black Mass tonight, it will be very easy to eliminate one of his other three opponents. So it's just a matter of time before he brings that out on full effect. He's fast in striking, he's fast in movement. Let's see what he's able to do here. So there it is, Carmelo Hayes, LA Knight, Bron Breakker, and Aleister Black fighting for the right to face Johnny Gargano for the television championship. Let's see how this all folds out. If we're starting off ECW, we're starting it off correctly. And what better way than a fatal four-way eliminator match? Carmelo Hayes, LA Knight, Bron Breakker, and Aleister Black. We are now officially underway here. Immediately, Carmelo Hayes trying to deck on Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker and Carmelo Hayes, of course, have shared a lot of time in NXT, and there we go, LA Knight now trying to lock up there with Aleister Black. Aleister's back being thrown into the corner. Now we see there LA Knight just getting a chance to Pavel Black into the corner. There we go, power slam there by Carmelo Hayes, drop kick by Knight. Now Knight seemingly going on all footage here, going to Carmelo Hayes, and now Bron Breakker taking control. Drop kick there by Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes now going for a cover, but a kick out at two, and now reversal there by LA Knight to Bron Breakker. Now Aleister Black trying to get there, that kick off the springboard. Now the future, the vision, Bron Breakker as Aleister Black stepping over Carmelo Hayes. Now trying to go for a cover very early, but a kick out at 1. Now into the ropes and being thrown on the outside. Aleister Black will quickly meet him there. Bron Breakker will join in the outside action. Aleister Black just wanting to inflict pain, but Bron Breakker's beaten him to it. Now Carmelo Hayes getting into the mix. And a nice nice neck breaker right there to the future. Mello not missing for Aleister Black. And then we see there LA Knight bringing in the thumbtacks. Very early into this match and very early into ECW. But now Aleister Black now meeting both knees of Bron Breakker and getting a nice spear tackle right there to Carmelo. Now being thrown around. LA Knight now trash can coming out along with that table from moments ago. All 4 men knowing what needs to happen in order for them to get a shot at this championship match. But again, 3 people need to be eliminated in order for 1 person to be called victorious. Right now, no elimination. Still fresh into this match. Bron Breakker trying to throw in Aleister Black, and now Carmelo Hayes will come in. Bron Breakker just yelling his way into victory. And a German suplex to the outside. Carmelo Hayes patiently waiting for an opportunity inside the ring. Whether he takes some time to breathe. But we see there Carmelo Hayes, top rope. Calling down to Aleister Black on the outside. Slammed there by Knight. And Aleister Black shaking off Carmelo Hayes' attempt at any kind of ferocity. Trying to go for a German suplex, but LA Knight catches him there. A neck breaker there as well, and a nice athleticism from Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker catching LA Knight mid-celebration, throwing him over. And Carmelo Hayes will throw Bron Breakker back into the ring. We'll meet him inside. Now what is here the trick? Right there, the code breaker, cover on Bron Breakker. But a kick out at 2, and now the barbed wire baseball bat into face of Aleister Black, and now LA Knight grabbing more thumbtacks, and a power slam to Bron Breakker into the thumbtacks. Now the ladder being utilized there. Bron Breakker could very much be in a lot of pain and a lot of situation there. Again being put into the thumbtacks. Taking out the biggest man in this match. LA Knight trying to get the fans behind him. But now Aleister Black right there. Carmelo now meeting the tax. And now you see the men on the outside again utilizing that ladder. Now cover. But a kick out at 2. Now kip up from Carmelo Hayes. Putting Aleister Black into the corner. Bron Breakker, you see the thumbtacks in his neck. You see Carmelo there, leg drop. Power slam by Breakker. Now Breakker back into the midst of it. Now what is happening here is Carmelo Hayes countering his old NXT buddy. And now looking to do the same thing he did on Black. And a nice leg drop by the springboard. And LA Knight now back into the play of things. And another clothesline there off the springboard from Carmelo Hayes. He's going to go outside to look for some more idea. And now try to get for the barbed wire baseball bat. But that fell up short. Now LA Knight dragging Aleister Black into a possible position. Bron Breakker showing that he is unfazed by the thumbtacks we currently see in his neck. And now LA Knight with Aleister Black in a crossbody, but Black was able to get out of harm's way. Now, there we go. The shoulder tackle again by Braun Breaker off the top rope. Now, Aleister Black just pummeling onto Knight. Getting back into the ring to wait for Breaker. Again, no eliminations yet in this matchup. Now, look at this. Look at this. Carmelo Hayes now. Face first. Aleister Black could possibly take advantage of this, and there we go, a black mass, but didn't catch all of it. Now Carmelo Hayes will take advantage. Steel chair shot bound by LA Knight to everyone. Now cover here on Braun Breaker. First elimination of the match, but a kick out at 2 from the Vision. And now Aleister Black stopping LA Knight from top rope maneuvers. And pays attention back to Braun Breaker. Calling over a tie-up, but Braun Breaker stops it. And now getting the idea. But no, letting Aleister Black go to try to focus on LA Knight. Now LA Knight throwing Braun onto the ladder. Stopping Aleister Black as Aleister Black was trying to keep him down. Carmelo Hayes patiently waiting outside the ring, and look at this. And he gets the flapjack. Hayes now back into the ring. This is still a very even match. Braun Breaker now getting back in the midst of it. And now another trick play. Another trick play. Could Braun Breaker be down and out? The thumbtack still in his chest, and he's the first elimination. Braun Breaker down for the count, and we are left with 3. Hayes, Knight, and Black. And look at this, Aleister Black now beating LA Knight with the bag of thumbtacks. Back up to his feet now. Clothesline of Black. Reversal from off of Knight, and a drop kick that will send him down into those thumbtacks once again, being utilized very easily. Man, right there! Blood force trauma! Blood force trauma to Carmelo Hayes! And he gets the win! Gets the win over Carmelo Hayes, and now we're down to these 2. And now trying to do what Knight couldn't, and he gets it through the ladder! Right there, both men have gone so far into this match already. Trying to finish it off. Aleister Black in the middle of the ring, and now crossbody from the springboard, but came up short. Now LA Knight has a chance to get some momentum. Was going to go there, right there on the barricade. The knee strike that has now made LA Knight go crimson. Both men bleeding at the head. Black, can he get a win? His first show, his first match, his first appearance for ECW. Top rope, high risk, high reward, and then double knees to the bleeding skull of the megastar. Now, trying to get some chip damage in while he can. Hoisting LA Knight up and throwing him across the outside area. Of course, we know that the ladder's still in play inside of the ring. The thumbtacks are not going to go anywhere. High knee straight there to the button. What does Aleister Black do? What is he doing? He's going shopping for another full-size ladder against the announce desk and the ring once more. LA Knight just beaming towards Aleister Black's position. Now what is Knight thinking right as he took that moment to think? Aleister Black now getting involved, now throwing. Just able to catch himself before getting thrown back into the ring. Back body drop. Look at the blood coming down from the skull of Aleister Black. Practically covering his entire skull at this point. Now LA Knight, Aleister Black again meeting. Aleister Black hoisting him up, and right there, the upper back and neck of LA Knight definitely feeling that one. And now the chair in play, taking the chair to the outside. Try to get right there on the shot, but LA Knight was able to counter it. And now again, look at that. Fire that burning hammer onto the chair. And the fans have come alive for LA Knight. Yeah! Crossbody off the springboard to the outside. Elbow drop, well executed. All there needs is one pin or submission to figure out who's versing Johnny Gargano for his championship. LA Knight now, right there, knee to the back. As Aleister Black laying there in those thumbtacks. Setting up, throwing the ladder onto him. Could that be enough? And look at this, using the ropes to LA Knight, using the ropes, and it wasn't covered by the official. LA Knight just punched his ticket to the television championship. Just when we thought that LA Knight wasn't going to use heelish tactics like he did back in his career in NXT, he pulls a dirty pin like that to secure the victory. Right there, Bron Breakker first to get out, and that right there is going to be the highlight that people are going to talk about. LA Knight getting the victory via the dirty pin. LA Knight will meet Johnny Gargano for the television championship sometime in the future. Here we go now, tag team competition. Now this is interesting. For the next few weeks, there will be a tag team tournament. The winner of this tag team tournament will go on a Backlash to face the Australian Underground for the tag team championships. And there we go, Motor City Machine Guns being the first tier in this tournament. So whoever wins this week will go on to whoever wins next week. So in the third episode of ECW this season, there will be a match for the #1 contendership to the Australian Underground Tag Team Championships. So let's see who the Motor City Machine Guns will be taking on to try to advance. And then now, this is going to be an interesting match. Arguably the best tag team in TNA history. Now going to go up against
417 pounds, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day.
arguably one of the best tag teams in WWE history in the form of the New Day. Now this is going to be an interesting match just to some people, the people that can get behind tag team competition. This is a dream match and then some. But let's see if this version of the New Day can take on the Motor City Machine Guns. But there they are. First match for the New Day in between the walls of an ECW arena. Of course, Motor City Machine Guns had a lot of time last year to get accustomed to the nature of ECW. Can the New Day quickly learn on their feet, or will they be left behind in this tournament? Let's find out. The Motor City Machine Guns and the New Day. Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston now officially underway in tag team competition. Of course, ECW tag team match rules apply. Tornado tag team match. Weapons allowed, of course. The only kicker to this is that if one person gets pinned or submit, that team loses. And right here we see Alex Shelley there with Kofi Kingston, Chris Sabin working on Xavier Woods. Alex Shelley wasting no time trying to take down the springier of the two. And now look at this, a tornado DDT thanks to the ropes. As we see Chris Sabin measuring up Xavier Woods right there in between the Family Jewels springboard DDT attempt. But it was not worked upon, and now Xavier Woods will start to punish. Same there with Xavier Woods in the background with Alex Shelley. Elbow drop between both men. What we see there, Alex Shelley trying to get himself back up, trying to push off Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods coming in to try to get both of them down. Russian leg sweep there, connecting by Woods to try to get Kofi back into this match. But Chris Sabin finding an opportunity and working with it. Right there, trying to get some super kicks in, but Xavier Woods stops it. Alex Shelley now double axe handle with Kofi on the outside, and now we saw right there previously the trash can, and we saw another bag of thumbtacks on the outside. Now steel chair in play. Now Kofi Kingston, Alex Shelley. So we see Woods now paying back attention to Chris Sabin. Kofi Kingston now throwing Alex Shelley back into the ring. The New Day very much quickly taking control of this wrestling affair. But being reversed on by the Motor City. Trying to make sure his neck is held on strong before he goes after Woods. Woods being thrown into the barricade. But now Alex Shelley being thrown and met with a drop kick as well. But now look at this, Kofi Kingston. Thumbtacks in hand. Is Kofi gonna let them go? And you're damn straight he is. Center of the ring. Thumbtacks once again being brought into the match. Now all four members on the same outside area of the ring now. Alex Shelley being laid across that ladder. Kofi trying to deal with Chris Sabin. You see what Xavier Woods thinking. Xavier Woods was possibly looking to run and do a springboard of such, but now Alex Shelley. Chris Sabin now, Chris Sabin. Sabin trying to get Xavier into position, but it does not come out as planned. And now a package pile driver right there from a former King Woods going for the cover. But now Alex Shelley taking it in. Now Kofi Kingston there. And now a table being brought in. Kofi Kingston getting a chance at a pin here. Now disaster kick to Alex Shelley, who just broke up the pinfall. Xavier Woods bringing in the steel steps. And now Kofi Kingston trying to get him in, possibly with a Troll in Paradise that we didn't catch on camera. Alex Shelley once again being brought in, and now a drop kick by Kofi Kingston. Kofi throwing him against the wood, trying to go for a double stop. A discus right there. Kofi now bleeding at the skull, matching with Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods being thrown to the outside, landing on those steps. And right here, right there, being tripped up onto the tacks. Trying to stomp his head into them. Alex Shelley knows what he needs to do in order to get the victory. And now more thumbtacks being added. Kendo sticks now in play. Again, Chris Sabin being met with some tacks here. Now Alex Shelley looking to try to defend his teammate. Right there being used the kendo stick. Now Alex Shelley. German suplex. Kofi may be starting to wear out. Thrown back inside the ring. Again, one more step closer to a tag team title shot. Alex Shelley now looking for some. Try to go for a power bomb right there to Alex Shelley. Kick out before Chris Sabin could get in for the save. Now across the ropes. Chris Sabin showing his shit. And again, another bag of thumbtacks coming in. Chris Sabin taking them off so Alex Shelley can nail him with the garbage can. And now we see Chris Sabin looking for chaos. A third thumbtack bag being emptied. Xavier Woods throwing out Chris Sabin, and that leaves Alex Shelley here as he comes back into the ring to try to deal with Kofi Kingston. And now the double team of the New Day. Double stomps as Xavier Woods trying to incapacitate him permanently. Now Blade Runner by Alex Shelley, but right there. Could that be it? Could that be it? There it is! Xavier Woods was too busy trying to move the table so the thumbtacks wouldn't get him. Alex Shelley just stole the victory for the Motor City Machine Guns over the New Day. What a match! What a match indeed. There it is, trying to move the ladder to expose the thumbtacks. Congratulations to the Motor City Machine Guns. They will move on to week 3 to fight for the right to face for the titles. They should probably get those thumbtacks put out of them. I'll give you the hot tip. But congratulations, lads. You deserve it. And here we go, the fans in attendance. And now The interesting match. Wondering if this man would hold up the prestige set before him. The Hardcore Championship Open Challenge. Jacob Fatu looks like he's gonna honor it. The Hardcore Champion has come forth.
The following is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the ECW Hardcore Champion, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
And as we know with the Hardcore Open Challenge, it works a little bit differently than normal Open Challenges. Similar, being initiated and brought in by Drew McIntyre. In order to get a shot at the championship, you need to first accept this Open Challenge and beat the champion to get a championship match the following week. So who is man enough, who has enough guts, who has enough grit, who has enough power to step into the ring with the Samoan Werewolf, the Hardcore Champion, and take this opportunity? Fires out, but there's no Chosen One logo. So it's not Jai Phillips. Who could this be? Whoa! Whoa!
From Osaka, Japan, weighing in at 231 pounds, the Alpha Korji Takeuchi.
Konosuke Takeshita! What a moment, what a man to accept the Open Challenge. This man is something else, strike-wise, speed-wise, stamina-wise, wrestle-wise. He is pretty much the complete package. And to quote a YouTuber I really enjoy, he's not the next Kenny Omega. He's the first Konosuke Takeshita. If there's a man that could possibly take on Jacob Fatu, it is Konosuke Takeshita. So here we go. Match now officially underway. And immediately super kick and drop kick connecting. Konosuke getting the better exchange of it. Discus clothesline right there. Konosuke. Again, now first match here in ECW, and what a match indeed, calling out Jacob Fatu and accepting his Open Challenge. But as we know, this is the second Hardcore title reign of Jacob Fatu, of course, winning the championship back at WrestleMania in the Fatal 4-Way Elimination match, comprising of himself, the former champion Drew McIntyre, Oba Femi, and Kevin Owens. All three of those men still on this brand, still made it past draft day. But right now, Konosuke Takeshita is learning the hard way that Jacob Fatu is not one to sleep on. He holds the Hardcore Championship in very high regards. A nice Samoan drop there and back-to-back connect. Jacob Fatu looking for his own brand of weaponry, steel chair now, but Konosuke stopping him dead in his tracks. And a nice suplex there to kick it off right there, kick to the back. Now what's Konosuke thinking? Tried to go for a frog splash off the springboard, but came up short. Getting back to his feet now is Jacob Fatu, looking for some more weaponry. Another large ladder we have here. Konosuke grabbing in that steel trash can. So Konosuke is very familiar with this brand of weaponry. Weaponry galore due to his matches, especially recently with one Jon Moxley. So he knows what he has to do. But again, Jacob Fatu, two-time hardcore champion now. And the longest reigning hardcore champion at that. And now the muscle buster. As we see our commentators there commentating on all different streaming services. ESPN, 9 Now, Netflix, whatever you have it to broadcast ECW in the best way possible. But I'm right here with your main broadcast, Scott Silver, to try to put words to fists and fists to words. Now Jacob right here using his power for the better. Good power bomb right there. And now being thrown across that outside area. What you need to learn about matches that involve the Hardcore Championship and being Hardcore Champion itself is it's more than just using weaponry and bleeding crimson. It's also about being able to withdraw human emotion and simply beat the other person up. Being able to withstand so long with battles and fights and punches and kicks and maneuvers and holds and not getting tired. Being able to be slammed into the mat and then stand up and go, what's next? Kanosuke now meeting Jacob on the outside. But now look at this, Jacob now throwing Kanosuke to the other area of the outside of the ring, and now right there bulldozing him down. Let's try to go for a super kick. Kanosuke now. Kanosuke is slamming Fatu down with a punch, and now Fatu bleeding. Now Kanosuke to Kesha, double axe handle connects. And now trying to go for that. There we go, swanton there from the springboard. Kanosuke taking out all the stops. Kendo stick right there as Fatu was tapped up, trying to go for a super kick, but Kanosuke a little bit too smart for this situation. And now the table and the fans have come alive here. Now both men locking up. Kanosuke getting a better taste of the withdrawal. And now hoisting Fatu up. And now German suplex cover. Can this be it for Kanosuke? But a kick at it too. Kanosuke very much showing people he is here to stay, whether he wins or loses this match. Now Fatu trying to get back into the swing of things, but Kanosuke not letting him up, being thrown across to that ladder. Kanosuke throwing caution into the wind, and another table, another ladder, my apologies, has been broken at the hands of Kanosuke Takeshita. The thumbtack bags. We must have bags upon bags upon bags, because somehow the thumbtacks always make their way in. The trash can to the head. Right there, set up at a clothesline. Kanosuke is giving Fatu a run for his money. Chip damage right there to Jacob Fatu. Fatu very much may be in danger here. But as we said, if Takeshita was to win today, he goes to next week where Fatu will have to defend the championship. And again, another big ladder being brought out tonight. Fatu trying to hype himself up, but no one's home. Clothesline to Kanosuke. But now Kanosuke trying to get down, possibly a German suplex, but Fatu was able to catch it. Now super kick. Now being thrown to the outside. Fatu letting himself have a little bit of moment of breath. Right as he catches it. Calling for Konosuke to get to his feet. Right there, but no one's home. But right there, suplex from Fatu, our hardcore champion. But Konosuke one step closer. Konosuke doing whatever he can to try to silence Fatu. And now the snake eyes off of the ladder. And now sit down slam. And now grabbing grabbing a chair from the announcer's area, trying to use it, but Fatu was able to catch it. Super kick now. The amount of blood that Fatu has spilt in this match. But Fatu not letting up anytime soon. Has got him on his feet, and the snake eyes into the ladder. Now Fatu, sit down pile driver. What does Fatu do now? Konosuke just doing whatever he can to use this ladder to his advantage. And again, snake eyes straight off of it, continuing the bleeding of Jacob Fatu, and now the chair being used to the fullest of effects. We see the blood now starting to be shown onto the floor. I've never seen Jacob in this position. Right there, power bomb into knee combo. Now, Konosuke heading into the ring. Just simply trying to wait, pacing back and forth, waiting for Fatu to come in. He's looking to try to finish this match. Fatu taking his time, grabbing the trash can as well. Bringing that into the ring. Konosuke simply waiting for him. And now being slammed down, looking for a pin right now. Onto the thumbtacks. But now being reversed on by Takeshita. Takeshita now with the pin. But a kick out from both men. But now Konosuke Takeshita. But being thrown over by Fatu. Fatu now going for the cover. And now using the ropes the same way LA Knight did in the earlier. But a kick out at one. The ref was able to catch it. And now the elevated DDT. Cover from Fatu. And he gets the victory. Able to hold on.
Here is your winner, the Samoan Werewolf.
Fatu securing the not having to fight and try to put his title up for grabs next week. But what a match and what a showing from Konosuke Takeshita. We can't wait to see amazing things from him later this year. The fans now waiting patiently as now we get ready for some women's competition. And of course, we start there with the former champion.
Making her way to the ring from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Britt Baker.
Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Like we said, finally back in ECW. Of course, a former champion in her own right. But now she's official. And she's ready to operate. So who will be her first test subject with her return to ECW? And it seems another former champion. There she is, Miss Lyra Valkyria is here.
And her opponent from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyria, a former ECW Women's Champion in her own right, defeated Roxanne Perez for the championship, and that's the very same woman that took the belt from her. So the former champion versus a former champion. Does not get any better than that. So let's see what Lyra Valkyria can do. Can she try to pull herself back up to title contestant? Here we go, Britt Baker and Lyra Valkyria, women's competition. And right there, match now officially underway, and now Lyra Valkyria about to take immediate control here from the back. And Britt now being pinned there. Lyra Valkyria with an opening, but a kick out. And this raises the question. We know that Britt Baker hasn't been here for about a year. But we don't know whether she's been wrestling in that 1 year gap. We don't know if the last time we saw her was when she lost the ECW Women's Championship to current champion Maya Rogers. We do not yet know. But all that matters is that she is back, and right now she's showing that if she does have ring rust, that it is very minimal. Just trying to keep Lyra Valkyria down at all costs, and now the knee to the tip of the head. Britt Baker has not won a full-on leg drop attempt, but came out short, and Valkyria will capitalize. By Britt. And now Britt will quickly go to the outside. She'll meet Valkyria. Valkyria now again reversing. If Valkyria is anything, consistent is definitely one of them. And now, right here, Valkyria simply just waiting for Britt. And now she will meet a back body drop. And now cover by Valkyria. But it was not enough. Now Valkyria right there, springboard over the ropes and a leg drop. And now we'll cover Britt. But a kick out at one. Now what does Valkyria do now? A lot of people say that Lyra is very much out of her draw here against Britt. But sent to the outside, it seems like Lyra is definitely holding her own against the former women's champion, but a reversal right there. Getting out of harm's way, Britt now back in control. She throws Lyra across the outside area. Now super kick. Here we go. Britt now. Britt now with the cover. But a kick out. Not even close. Now Britt just waiting for Valkyria to get back onto her feet. So now off the ropes and right there with the elbows directly to Valkyria. And now Britt's looking for something. And now trying to get right there, the face first. The doctor's appointment has been called and has been brought to justice. Britt Baker showing everyone that she's still got it. And that there's no ring rust whatsoever. Wait a second, right there, Roxanne Perez! Roxanne Perez with a kendo stick, the former champion! What the hell is she doing? What the hell? That was completely shocking. But now we move on to our main event. They've been silenced. They've been taken out of the ring. And now our main event. A very interesting main event. And we start with the Mad Dragon. The ECW Heritage Champion. Ilya Dragunov is here.
The following contest is a triple threat Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 210 pounds, the ECW Heritage Champion, Ilya Dragunov.
Ilya Dragunov partaking in a very interesting main event. So wanting all of this to be fair, Paul Heyman issued that tonight's main event will be contested under 3 different champions. The Heritage Champion, one half of the Tag Champions, and the World Champion. The winner of this match will guarantee the main event slot at Backlash. Of course, Jacob Fatu, our hardcore champion, out of contested because he already had a match here tonight. So we have Ilya Dragunov. We will have one half of the Australian Underground. Of course, we will have Jackson Rogers. So let's see who's making their way down next to face Ilya Dragunov. And now it